Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Going to do something a little different today. I'm going to do like a little Q&A. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes people do ask me questions in DMs and things like that, and there's a few that have come up that I thought might be valuable to answer a little more publicly. So let's dive into it. The first one is, how do I rebuild confidence after ruining parts of my life? And from my experience, which I have a lot of in this regard, is that you can't think your way back into confidence, right? You have to keep a promise to yourself so many times that your nervous system starts to believe you again. You know, the confidence comes from the evidence of how you're living. And so for me, that looks like getting up when I say I'm going to get up, telling the truth when it's not easy, apologizing without defending myself, doing the small next right thing and not looking for an audience to approve of it. And eventually what has happened for me is I stopped needing to convince myself that I've changed, because my life is the proof of that change. And I can't argue with that. So the next one would be, how do I perform at a high level without burning myself out? My answer to that is that you stop confusing intensity with integrity. A lot of high performers know how to grind, know how to push, override, suppress, produce no matter what, but eventually the bill comes due. And truthfully, performance is not just the output, it's alignment. And so to me, that means it's knowing yourself well enough to know what matters to you, building systems in your life that support that, and then refusing to portray yourself in the name of achievement when that comes, because it will. And the last thing I'll say on this is that you don't need to destroy yourself to prove that you're serious about your life. I'll leave it there. The third one is, what is the difference between being sober and being in recovery? Okay. My recovery peeps, please don't get at me on semantics on this. This is just my opinion, but hopefully the theme of what I'm saying will make sense, even if the words don't necessarily align with your definitions. But to me, being sober is not drinking and drugging, right? It's removing the alcohol and drugs from my life and system. But being in recovery, to me, is really being in a place where I'm practicing these daily disciplines, trying to become the best version of myself, living honestly, responsibly, living with discipline, and living in a way that no longer requires me to escape my life. Because you cannot be drinking and drugging and still be a miserable SOB. I've been it. So that to me is the difference between those two. Okay, that was a little different. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.